If you're thinking about getting your first pull-up bar but not sure if you want to have a wall-mounted one or a freestanding one, I will be breaking down the pros and cons with both of these setups so you know exactly which one to pick. Let's start with a wall-mounted pull-up bar. And I want to say the main advantage is that you can adjust it to your preference. Especially if you're a bit of a taller athlete, it can be hard to find setups that are for your height. But here, as long as you have a high enough wall, you can mount it so it's perfectly for whether you're doing pull-ups or muscle-ups, whatever it may be, you have that versatility. The second benefit is the fact that it's mounted to the wall, and that makes it insanely sturdy. So if you are training explosive repetitions, maybe even muscle up with some weights, and you have a lot of energy moving, a wall-mounted one is going to get that job really well done since it's mounted and it's not going to move anywhere. The current bar I'm holding is the large version. This one is 75 centimeters from the wall, which means two things. Number one is that you can actually do muscle ups on this side as well, so you don't always need to do the muscle ups on here. And the other part is that you can start to perform some static skills as well. We have things like front lever and back lever, and since you have that distance from the wall, you will be able to perform them as well. But if you are limited with the amount of space, there is also a medium version of this bar, and that is going to be 60 centimeters away from the wall instead. So it's great to have a more compact setup, but of course it will limit you a little bit more with the amount of skills you can perform. As we earlier mentioned, there are a lot of pros with this setup. However, there are a few requirements for you to be able to mount the bar. The first one is going to be for you to have a sturdy wall. It of course puts a lot of pressure, and if you don't have the wall for it, it's going to be hard to mount it. Also, if you want to be able to perform muscle ups on this bar, make sure the ceiling is high enough. If you're only looking to train pull-ups, the ceiling height isn't as important, but for those muscle ups, you definitely need that clearance to the ceiling. And once you have mounted this bar, it is going nowhere. So have that in mind. This is not something you can move around, but preferably just mount it once and you will have it in the same place. We're moving on to the pros of the pull-up station. And the main thing I want to say here is the versatility. It's the fact that you can do so freaking much with just one simple setup. And to be honest, I would say it's the mind that sets the limitations. First off, as the name indicates, pull-up station, you can perform pull-ups. Currently, we have it on the highest height, but you can also adjust it, have it a bit lower, or maybe even in the middle if you want to do Australian pull-ups or something else. And the big question some of you may ask is if it's possible to do muscle ups. And yes, it is, but it's not optimal. The pull-up station at the end of the day is movable, portable, and if it's not mounted, it's hard to expect it should be perfect for these explosive reps. So you can for sure put some weights on it, make it more stable, and you can do controlled muscle ups. But if you're starting to do explosive, a lot of momentum, this is not the best setup for it. Next up, we have all the great features with the pull-up station. It for sure is an all-in-one package. We, for example, have the racks for a barbell, so you can do military press, you can do squats if you want, and you can also lower it and do bench press on it, which allows you to do literally a full body workout. And next up, you also have a bar below. This can both be used to, of course, stand on to do the pull-ups, but also for a lot of push-up variations. Wide grip, tight grip, you name it. The push-up bar is actually slightly thicker than the pull-up bar, and the pro tip if you enjoy this grip more is that the dimensions are the same, so you can literally just move this bar to the pull-up bar instead, and you will have a thicker grip for your pull-up movements. You also have the possibility to get a dip extension for your pull-up station, and this will allow you to do even more different exercises. A pro tip when it comes to adjusting the height of your dip extension is if you place it at the top, you can unlock, for example, the ability to do neutral grip chin-ups, or if you actually put it at the lowest setting, you can use it as a set of parallettes almost and do planche, and even fasten the resistance band up here for some extra assistance. Another great benefit is that this setup is only around 35 kg. So if I would want to move it around my home or to a new location, I can basically just lift it up and do so. And since we have these rubber feet on all the four corners, it's not going to leave any marks on your floor. As we mentioned earlier, there are a lot of benefits with this setup. However, it for sure takes up some space. It is about 1.5 square meters in area, and you definitely need to have a place to put it. Also limited in height. So me, for example, I'm a pretty tall athlete at around 184. I can definitely do pull-ups and hang comfortably, but if I would extend myself, I'm definitely touching that floor, which can definitely be a limitation for some of you. Another thing is the stability. As we mentioned earlier, this is great for so many different things, but if you are specifically looking for explosive pull-ups, explosive muscle-ups, the stability can be an issue, and I would most likely go for the wall-mounted setup instead. I hope this video helped you out with your decision making. You'll find both of the bars in the description, but also on GORNATION's website. So with that being said, I wish you best of luck on your next session.